The elusive Creed Fragaria is finally available in the United States, and I have a bottle of it, so let me tell you my thoughts. Hello everyone, I am Gina. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for finding me, and if you are returning, welcome. It's so nice to see you again. Over on this channel, we talk about all things fragrance. So whether you're looking to elevate your vibe, curate the ultimate fragrance collection, or you just like smelling good, stick around because I got you covered. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new content, and go ahead and leave a comment and share while you're here. All right, let's get right into today's business, and that is this beauty right here, Fragaria by Creed. So I remember when this fragrance was just being discussed or rumored online, and I had seen some notes. I was like, yeah, I think I want to get my nose on this one because this sounds like something I'm really going to enjoy. A fruity Creed, yeah, I gotta get my hands on that. And to my disappointment, much like a lot of other people, it was only available in the UK. I was like, wait a minute now. When are we gonna get a chance to try this in the US? And so I was thinking maybe Nose Paris would have it and I'd be able to order from there. But no, I reached out to them directly and they said that they were not getting any of this fragrance. I was like, man, okay, well, whenever it's available, I guess I will wait and see what it's about when it becomes available. I was expecting that to happen much later down the line, but lo and behold, I got a notification, an email from Olfactory Factory that they had this in stock and they had it for a great price. I instantly snatched up my bottle. Yes, I picked up my bottle from Olfactory Factory LLC. That is a very reputable fragrance website for you to order fragrances for the low. They do not have everything. They do not always have a lot of inventory, but when you do catch something that you've been eyeing, they usually have it for a really good price, and I would encourage you to jump on it if you're able to at that moment, like I did. I got that email and I instantly hit add to cart. Of course, Olfactory Factory has excellent shipping, very quick shipping, so I got it in 2 to 3 days. And yeah, let's get right into the fragrance because I know y'all want to hear about the juice. You see the cap, you see the bottle. We don't care about all that. We care about what it smells like. So let's try this out on skin and then I'm going to go over the notes for you guys. So when you first spray this, you're gonna get that strawberry for sure, and it's not a sugary candied strawberry. It's more of like a juicy ripe red fruit type of strawberry, but you also get this big burst of citrus in the opening, and that's from that mandarin. The mandarin on my skin is very present, and you get a little bit of spice from that pink pepper, but it's not overdoing it, and just a hint of bergamot. Bergamot is listed in the top note, but it's really not it's not a star player. So if you don't really like very citrusy bergamot type fragrances, this is just to give a little bit of brightness in that opening. The strawberry is still the key player, but you definitely get that mandarin. In the mid notes, you get a lot of powdery violet. So the strawberry and the violet in the middle really do play equal parts. Yes, this is a strawberry for fragrance in the top, but as this starts to dry down, that powdery violet note really starts to come front and center. So if you don't like purple florals, if you're not a fan of powdery fragrances, I would suggest that you sample this first as opposed to blind buying it if you can get a sample of it. I think they play really well together. The strawberry and the violet kind of mix a little bit, and it makes the strawberry very similar to the way Burberry Her Intense does their strawberry, but it's not as deep. This Fragaria is still a lot more youthful and vibrant, kind of fresh and sparkling. Now, once you get down into the base notes, you get this very woody base. So you have vetiver and cedarwood. The cedarwood is just a little bit smoky, just a faint bit of smokiness to that cedarwood. This is a very bright, uplifting, happy, summery type of fragrance. I think this is excellent for the summer. Now, I picked this up right at the tail end of summer because we're coming out of summer into fall. If I had this, let's say in June, I think this bottle would be probably have gone. This is so uplifting. Like, this is the type of fragrance that just makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel bright, lifted, elevated. Like, this is really good. I like it. It's not real serious like some of the other creeds. Like, this is night and day from a Queen of Silk. You know, Queen of Silk is she's heavy, she's deep, she's rich, she's sultry, she's, you know, this is a lot more youthful, but it's kind of like girly and feminine and kind of light and romantic, a little playful almost. I really like it. I really like the direction that Creed is going in with some of their fragrances, because it took me a while to even get into Creed, because I just didn't like the seriousness of some of their fragrances. This is very youthful, very youthful. This is perfect for really all ages. If you are a younger person and you really want to dip your toe into more niche, more expensive, more refined fragrances, and you are, like I said, a younger lady, I think that Fragaria is a really good one for you to start with. Those are just my initial thoughts on the fragrance itself. Now, as far as performance goes, on skin, this is a lighter wearing fragrance. This is not going to kick the door down like a Queen of Silk. This isn't even as projecting as, say, a Carmina. This sits a little closer to the skin. I would say a little better than Creed's Spring Flower, but think light, like, you know, an Eladaria or a Spring Flower. This is not one of those roaring at you type fragrances. This is perfect for more intimate spaces, whether you're at work, whether you are traveling, like when you're in close contact with other people and you don't want to choke them out with your fragrance. This is the type of fragrance that you would want to reach for. This is pleasant. I don't think anybody would have any problem with you smelling like this. Who does not like a good woody, fruity floral? I do. Now, the longevity on skin, I get about a good 5 hours or so, give or take a few minutes. I would say about 5 hours. Now, I do spray heavy and I spray my clothes. On fabric, this does linger for a while, but let me tell you about what lingers. That juiciness that you get from the mandarin and the strawberry in the opening, that does not last all day. I would say you get about a good 2 hours out of that. What really holds onto fabric is that woody base. So I wore this a few weeks ago. Well, I think it was last week sometime. I wore this all day. I could smell this on me for a good 5 hours, but when I changed clothes, put this in the hamper to be washed later, I went back a couple of days later, and when I was doing my laundry, I could still smell this fragrance on my shirt a couple of days later, but it wasn't, like I said, those juicy top notes. It was really more of that woody base. So that's what lingers. If you're looking for the fruitiness to last all day, this is not what that's going to give you, but you can definitely smell that you had this fragrance on at some point. That will last on your fabric. It does not last like that on skin. Like I said, on skin, you're going to get about 5 hours. And for me, all of my fragrances do not have to be beast mode. I don't always want to wear beast mode fragrances. So 5 to 6 hours, that's about average to me, average performance. I'm okay with that. This to me is more like an everyday fragrance. This is a little bit more casual. You can dress this up or dress this down. I think it's pretty versatile, but it skews to a more casual vibe. I would do this, I would wear this running errands. I would wear this if I'm meeting friends for lunch. If I'm just like anything where I just want to feel pretty, soft, feminine, and put together, very classy. This is what I would reach for. This could work in a professional setting. This could work in, like I said, a casual day setting. This, I think, is really versatile. You could even get away with this for a date night if you were going to somewhere, you know, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more laid back. I think this could work for that too. If I had to compare it to anything, it would be Burberry Her Intense, the new version. Not so much the 2019 version. I would say the newest version, the 2025 version. Did it come out in 2025? I think it was, yeah, the 2025 version. But this, again, is a lot more light and a little bit more effervescent, kind of more bubbly than that fragrance, than Burberry Her Intense. Overall, I think this is a very solid release from Creed. I enjoy this fragrance. I'm glad that I was able to get this for the price that I was able to get it for, because you know Creed is not cheap. And so anywhere we can save a coin, She is all for that. And so while I got y'all on the line, I figured I would do just a quick comparison of Creed Fragaria to its sisters, a few of its sisters in the Creed feminine line. Let me give you my thoughts about that, because somebody in the comments asked me about my thoughts on Creed Springflower, and I am going to do a dedicated review for Creed Springflower, but let me just give you a quick comparison. If I had to describe Creed Fragaria, Springflower, Eladaria, and Carmina, Springflower would be the laid-back, chill baby sister of the group. Like, she's not doing too much. She's not gonna work too hard. She knows that her sisters will carry the load for her, so she's gonna just sit back and be pretty, like the baby sister. Fragaria is the fun, vibrant middle sister. Like, she is here for whatever. She's down for whatever. She can button it up and she can let it all hang out. Like, she is just versatile like that. She is the middle sister who is always encouraging the fun and the mischief. Eladaria is the responsible older sister who keeps everybody and everything in check. She don't play no games. She is buttoned up. She is prim and proper. She is a sophisticated, elegant lady, and she is in charge of the girls. And Carmina is their mama. Carmina is their mother. She is still young and popping. She still got it together, baby. She is the hot grandmama that will babysit if you book her 2 weeks in advance, because if not, her and her man are out on the town and they don't have time to be watching no little kids. Okay, she is still twisting and popping and making it do what it do, but she is the mother of the group. And Queen of Silk, which I do not have a full bottle of, I have sampled a couple of times, and I do plan to pick up a bottle probably next month. Queen of Silk is the matriarch of the family. She is all of their mamas. She is Carmina's mama, and she runs everything, but she's still that sophisticated, not really a grandmama. Like, that's what, you know, that's what Queen of Silk is giving. So that is the feminine line, the Creed family, in my opinion. I love each and every one of these. They have a place in my collection, and I am so glad that Creed is skewing in a slightly younger direction, so that people like me who were not originally fans of a lot of the Creed offerings now have some good options to choose from the House of Creed. If you've tried Creed Fragaria, drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about it. If you have any other suggestions for me to try, or anything that you would like to see me discuss over in this on this channel, feel free to drop that in the comments as well. And until next time, you guys, I will see you later.